Yo, what is up, everybody? Back again. Y'all already know what
Nail,
it is.
play that shit.
Oh yeah!
Oh man, this man got the background.
You already know, man. Get that money, man. Get that money. Take to the house. Ain't no easy money. Easy money. Well, it should be easy money, but like
Look,
I
knock
said,
on wood, knock on wood.
Look at the rookies we drafted. We got Dean and we got Davis. Two from Florida. It doesn't get better than that shit.
yeah, put that shit up.
As Ricky Bobby said, if you ain't first,
You're
you're
last.
last.
Exactly.
Second place is at 2.
Definitely gonna make up for it.
Trust me. I need a sports podcast, man. I need it. Now for the good stuff. Woo! I'm ready for this one. Quarterbacks, y'all. Top 10 quarterbacks. Now this is gonna be good because it's a lot of stuff where it's like, oh, the eye test, and then also projection. So it's gonna get crazy on this one. I already know.
Oh, that's interesting. I
I'm
thought
gonna
we'd agree a lot.
Nah, I mean we better all fucking agree on number one. I know that.
Nah.
I'll end this shit right now.
Not on
Right
Juneteenth, bro.
We're not doing this today. We are not doing this today.
Cam finna piss you off because he's laughing like he's
I know he's trying to do crazy shit.
No, bro.
But if he even dares try to put Patrick
bro.
Mahomes
Is it that-
is CJ at
I-
1.
I don't think it's gotta be Josh Allen.
Oh shit. All right, Bills Mafia. But yeah. I'm gonna let the
Are you
Cams
serious, Cam?
go.
You're joking.
Cam, you go first.
All right, so at 10, I try to stay away from like doing this, but I got two guys at 10. At 10, I got 10A or whatever, 10B. I think he's probably 10B for me. I got Jared Goff. I think a lot of people are asleep on Jared Goff. I think he has now showed us that he was worth that pick that the Rams chose him as. It was just sad enough. I don't think that the Rams was going to win with him like they did with Matthew Stafford. I think Matthew Stafford is better than Jared Goff, whatever. But this is 2 times now. Jared Goff, he took the Rams to the Super Bowl. He took the Lions to the NFC Championship, and nearly probably should have made it to the Super Bowl if it wasn't for like that 4th down play call by Dan Campbell. I think they probably should have just probably punted it away, whatever. Jared Goff, when it comes to playoffs, also he gets it done. He don't really turn the ball over like that in playoffs. So I got Jared Goff as my 10B and my 10A. He's a bad man. He's a very bad man. He got personal issues going on, man. He's a very strange guy. I don't agree with nothing he does or says, like when it comes to political stuff or when it comes to like his whole retreat that he goes on and does which is kind of crazy that he can do it, but like say like it's like another player in the league, he going on retreat to do drugs. That's pretty much what he's doing. He's going on retreat to do drugs.
Medicine.
Like, no, bro, it's drugs. What he's doing?
Obviously, I know the whole Rashid situation is terrible with the car crash. But when it came out that they've also found weed, there was like, oh my god, lock him up right now. I'm like, this dude just I smoke ayahuasca and nobody blinks an eye. Like,
yeah, it's like, bro, like, and then it's like, dude. I think it probably wouldn't be big of a deal if the Jets came out and would have said it was excused, like it was excused absence from mandatory mini camp or whatever. But they said no, it was unexcused. He should have been here. They didn't tell us where he was going. But hey, man, like I said, he's a bad man. At 10A, I got Aaron freaking Rodgers. What can I say, man? That's my that's my GOAT, man. I can't ever leave him out of the top 10. It's gonna be a very interesting season for him with the Jets. I hope he does good. I hope the Jets does good, or do good. Man, that's my two tens.
Crazy because he's not in mine. Aaron Rodgers.
Respectful.
Yeah, my 10 is actually Matt Stafford. I'm not gonna lie. Pretty much seeing how, like, even though like he's still showing that he can produce at his age, a lot of people was calling him to hang it up. After the Super Bowl run, they started off the season horrible, and then they finished off strong to where they was the one surprise teams in the playoffs. And then also going the fact that they're adding more talent, to that offensive core. He had more weapons. He got healthy Cooper Kupp now. Puka come back for year 2. Kyron Williams coming back for year 3. I see the ceiling being high of Matt Stafford to go out one last time before he hang it up. So he's still putting up top 10 numbers, in the league at his age, like I said. So as long as he's under Sean McVay, he's gonna be in the top 10 range, QBR numbers, whatever. So I got Matt Stafford number 10.
Sure. Why are you looking like, oh God, what do you have at 10?
So, oh man, I don't got Aaron Rodgers on my list at all. But if I did, he'd be at an 11. Only because I don't know, bro. We just ain't seen it. We didn't see it last year, and I did take last year's performances into account when I made my list, and I didn't see his performance last year because we know why. At number 10, I feel like Bryce would like this pick because I feel like Bryce be like, he be risky like this. At number 10, I got Jordan Love going into next season.
Oh, I'm way riskier than you.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm way riskier than you.
Only reason I got him higher is because he's younger. That's the only reason why. It has nothing to do with his.
I know, not
only
even
one other guy.
Not even no chop. What I seen in that playoff game versus
facts.
it sold me completely. I was like,
ball.
okay.
No, 100%. That's the only reason why he broke my top 10. And he really should be higher. But the issues that we're talking about seasons, if we want to talk about like actual person I would pick up on my team, he would obviously be above that. But I do know that last season they didn't start off as well as they ended it. But I think going into this next season, I feel like they should pick up on the same, what do you call it? Have that same momentum. Start off how they ended last season. I don't know about like his numbers. I mean, I know he had some of the highest QB numbers last season, but I just think that the team's success is really going to drive his success. Like, I don't feel like he has to be like a Patrick Mahomes to be considered a top 7 quarterback going into next season. They just got to be successful, and that's going to be because of him and the team.
For sure. For my top, so I didn't put him in it, but I listed a wild card. But first, I'll start off saying I don't have Aaron Rodgers or Matthew Stafford in my top 10. As for Aaron Rodgers, it's just like obviously I think he can still be top 10. He's one of the most talented throwers of the ball we've ever seen in NFL history. But we haven't seen Aaron Rodgers throw over 300 yards in basically like 3 years now. The last time we seen him fully healthy was the last season in Green Bay. They didn't make the playoffs. He had a really bad year coming off an MVP year. It was the same young wide receivers that he wasn't throwing the ball to that we just seen Jordan Love perform with last year. And then obviously this past year, he tears his Achilles three plays in. And I think people really get it misconstrued because we seen Brady go till he was like 43 or whatever. Aaron Rodgers is 40 years old and he's coming off an Achilles injury. That the science behind that, it would lead one to believe you probably not coming back that great off of that. Now he's got some great talent to throw to. Like I said, he's obviously a unicorn. He's one of the most talented throwers. But until we see it, I just couldn't put him in the top 10. And really, I kind of base my top 10 on, because it's the quarterback at the end of the day. Like, good quarterbacks win you Super Bowl. My top 10, I think all these guys are Super Bowl, like them and their teams are Super Bowl contenders this year. So my wild card, before I get to the top 10, Anthony Richardson. I think
I respect it.
his ceiling is obviously, I think, like top 5. Like he's like a physical specimen. He's like built like Cam Newton, but he can throw better than Cam Newton.
Wait,
but then obviously we don't know what he can be yet. And then he got injured last year because he didn't know how to slide. Hopefully he learned that. Now he had an off season to just watch. But I also think it was good because he got, not that he got the season off from injury, but he was forced to watch the game from the sideline. But obviously he's still in the locker room, still learning. So I think it was good for him, being so young, to kind of read, everything that Gardner Minshew was doing, how to play the quarterback effectively. I think he can be really good. But like I said, I can't put him there because we don't know what he's going to be yet. So that's why he's my wild card. That 10, I'm with Cam Sanders. I got Jared Goff. At this point, he's one of the best game managers in the game. It's not anything special that necessarily take you over the top, but if you put a good team around him, he's going to be able to produce and carry you to a deep playoff run. We've seen it with the Rams, and now we've seen it with the Lions, who were a poverty franchise for the last 20 or so years before he got there. So I gave it to him. But yeah, like I said, my top 10, eye test, obviously, but then also like, can this guy lead you to Super Bowl? I think Jared Goff, in the right, situation, he can lead the Lions to Super Bowl.
And can I just say, just because y'all both picked him, I got Jared Goff at 9 for all those reasons. So
that's fair.
That's fair.
Same. I ain't gonna lie, I was crazy. I had him too.
at 9.
Yeah.
So,
At 9, I gotta stay consistent. I said he was top 10 last year. I gotta stay consistent.
I know you
I got Brock Purdy.
Yep,
Brock Purdy
yeah,
at 9.
I got him at 9 too. I was like, man,
I got him at 8.
You have, bro. It's like
you have to put him there. You have
yes,
to.
you have to.
But he's not top 5. He's not.
Yeah,
top
no.
5.
He's not top 5. He's not.
bro.
But
He's not on my list.
But it's like,
That's
bro.
fair.
Like,
I'm a hater too, though.
but no, I understand.
I got a spec game, bro.
No,
I
don't
understand.
respect
Like people don't have him as top 10 or whatever. Like I get that. Like he's not as talented as all these other guys, but he does the little things just as good as everybody else. He's not giftedly what's the word? Like physical or like giftedly like has like an arm talent like
I was gonna say like he's not exciting. Like he doesn't have like an exciting talent.
He's
like,
not athletic. Like he like he's just he was Mr. Irrelevant for a reason. But
yeah.
He got a great team around him. It's like you can't knock him for it. He's going out there and doing what he's supposed to do. He's putting up great numbers. He's not, when it comes to the playoffs, he's not really putting the ball into like harm's way. Maybe like a couple passes, you might see, okay, like what is he doing there? But for the most part, if you go look at the stats playoffs, he's a great playoff. So far, he's a great playoff quarterback or whatever. Starting or like being a starter quarterback in the playoffs, or pretty much like playing the whole game in the playoffs. He's really only lost one game, which was the Super Bowl this past year. So I feel like you have to respect him. And I mean, it's not really bad putting him at like 10, 9. Like it's not really bad.
I was gonna say like 11 or 12.
Or 11, 12.
10, 11, 12. Yeah.
I put him there too. I did put him there, so I agree with you. I just can't put him top 5. Like the whole, cause, of course he was in the MVP running last year, so everyone's like, oh my god, like respect Brock Purdy, he's the top. But we know that's like give him credit because he's doing the thing, but like we know that's Shanahan's offense. Because where's Jimmy Garoppolo right now? But Jimmy Garoppolo also led them to Super Bowl, and people were like, hey, Jimmy Garoppolo's a good game manager. Like, come on now. I'm not saying he would necessarily be as bad as Jimmy Garoppolo is, but he's just not top 5. At least I can't say that yet. Now, if he ball out again this year,
yeah.
Hey, I might inch him up a little bit. But nah,
because we used to say, just because he got the good team, you still got to go out there and execute. You still got to throw the rock in the ocean, bro.
And also, like, I guess stat wise, yeah, he played good in the playoffs, but he definitely tried to throw away both those games in the NFC last year versus
Oh, yeah,
Green
he
Bay
did.
and Detroit. But Green Bay and Detroit threw him right back to him. So
Yeah.
now
He also
he played a great Super Bowl. He played a great Super Bowl. I'm not going.
But also both of those games at the when it came down
he
to
made the comeback. That's what I'm like. I give him the props.
I
That's
get
why
you
he's
saying
at
that.
9. That's why he's at 9. He's not top 5, but he top 10. I'll give him that. I'll give him that.
For number 8, I'm gonna go Jordan Love, bro. He's showing potential. He's showing a lot of potential. Like you said, Bryce, he got the same receiver.
I just accidentally hit my lamp, bro.
He got the same receiving core that Aaron Rodgers had, and he took them literally to the playoffs and put one of the most wildest upsets I've seen in the playoffs. So I have with the ceiling's gonna be higher next year, bringing back the same receiving core, bringing in Josh Jacobs now to help out with the running game and the passing game, has some blocking, and you improve the defense. So now that it can make less pressure on him to execute on offense now versus last year when like there's some plays where they gave up, he had to come back. You bringing in Xavier McKinney and players like that on defense is gonna help him out to where he can just play his game offensively, and they all gonna get better. Like you have receiver weapons like Romeo Dobbs, Christian Watson if he stay healthy. You got Luke Musgrave come back from injury, he's gonna be healthy. They're gonna be a nice team to look out for in the NFC, especially they one of the youngest teams, if not the youngest team in the league. So Jordan Love at 8 seems very, very possible.
Who turn? Is my turn?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
At 8, I got Herbo. I got Herbie. I got Justin Herbert at
Oh my
at 8.
god.
What are you going my goshing about?
You forgot about it?
I don't have Herbert on my list.
He don't belong on the list.
Yeah.
I get the argument. Talent wise, I
hate. I'm gonna let you finish, Cam.
Go ahead.
Now I'm interested to see why you don't think he's a top 10 quarterback.
Bro, he has not done nothing.
Oh yeah, this
he threw for.
He's literally, bro. Honestly, Justin Herbert is like, in my eyes, Brock Purdy is who Justin Herbert was supposed to be.
No.
And yes, and the fans and the league, they're like babying him into like this. Oh, he's gonna be all right, and man, he did a little bit better than he did last year. That doesn't make him a top 10 quarterback, bro. Like he's done nothing. Now, talent wise, like raw talent, if he was just in a perfect world, by all means, have him. But he hasn't done nothing to me that's screaming winning, bro. Like it's just.
I don't think it's necessarily been his fault.
And that's fair. That's fair.
Like that team losing. Like I can't really just sit there and just blame it. Like the defense has been abysmal. The coaching has been horrible. And now they have a way better head coach. Like 100 times better head coach in Harbaugh.
But with your point, like if the team's been horrible, the coaching's been horrible, how is he gonna put the stats up?
Okay,
he still put up stats though. Like he still put up.
Let me pose a question.
What type of stats?
He threw for 5,000 the second year. Then third year he threw for like 4,700. This past year he
put up the stats.
He puts up stats.
What did he do last year?
He put let's see.
He was injured last year though, so his stats gonna be kind of off.
He had 31, 34, 20 touchdowns, 7 interceptions.
How many yards?
31, 34. He didn't play 1, 2, 3. He didn't play last 4 games.
And that's cool. But in them 4 games, you're not getting what he put up last year.
But
like,
he also
get it.
They finally sat him out. He had a broken finger the whole season on his throwing hand. I'm not making an excuse for him, but I'll give him that.
I mean, that's just what it sounds like.
I do want to ask you, Cam, though, but like, okay, because he got Harbaugh. If Harbaugh, because it looks like Harbaugh beefed up the offensive line, got running backs. If Harbaugh is running the offense like Michigan, where it's like run first, play action second, and it's like, kind of even. Obviously, you got to still throw it because Herbert's too talented. Does that change your opinion? Like, if Herbert's not necessarily the catalyst for the Chargers turning things around?
No, not really. Like, I think he still be like, it's just gonna make his job. Yeah, it won't be. He won't throw for like 5,000.
But that's what I'm saying. Like the ranking is the stats. It's not about the talent. It's about the stats. Like who we're projecting to get the stats.
he's going to have the stats. And with the talent, like he's going to throw. I believe he still is going to throw for like 42 to like 4,500 yards this year. The touchdowns probably be like at 25, 27 or something like that. But the interception is going to be very, very low because they're going to run the ball. And when they run the ball, defense is going to stack the boxes. And he's one of the most talented.
That's dope.
He got a rocket arm.
I respect that. I guess my issue is that like it's been these years where it's like Justin Herbert, but like
they boost him up.
You look at the stats, and it's like, oh yeah, those are great stats. And then you look at the win column, and it's like they're not doing nothing. Like this isn't impressive. Still fucking suck.
And that's why this is why these combos get interesting because it's like. It's projections, but then it's also eye test because eye test obviously Herbert.
He has the talent.
But then the actual the results of things, it hasn't been there, and it's like the one thing that's going to stick with him until he could get back to the playoffs. He did blow 27-0 lead somehow, some way versus Trevor Lawrence, who hasn't looked good in his own right. And then not even on no bias stuff. But every time we play them, it comes down to the wire. And it's been multiple times where he's had the ball last and he throws an interception or he doesn't, drive him down for a field goal, get a touchdown to win the game. And that's just the difference between him and then a guy like Mahomes. So
I want to see him.
I just really
see him do it though. I've been waiting. Honestly, it's getting irritating.
I honestly just forgot about him. But honestly, like I said, part of my top 10 quarterback list was also thinking Super Bowl contender. I don't believe Los Angeles is a Super Bowl contender. Maybe Herbert does come in and change the thing, but I gotta see it first.
My top 10 was like going into the year, like this is who I think the top 10 players. Like I didn't really do like projections. Like what I project.
Mine kind of both, but the projections definitely play a heavier.
Yeah, I personally just added this little Super Bowl ring because I thought that was only right for quarterbacks. Because like at the end of the day, most of these rankings only come from are they winning football games, which isn't necessarily right, but that's how it is. Like
only for quarterbacks. Only quarterbacks get that treatment.
Yeah.
Jay Jett is number one, and he not winning at all.
That's why they might get their own cap contracts eventually because
that's crazy.
That was your number 8, Cam?
Just Herbert, yeah.
Okay.
What about you, Swan? Who's your 8?
I'm gonna go golf. No, this is my 7.
Yeah, I was finna say he already said his 8.
My 7.
Oh,
your 8 was his 8 was Jordan Love.
Oh, then let me get my 8.
I'm gonna do mine after you.
Now, when I say this 8, Cam Sanders, don't comment or say anything just yet.
He just told you to up.
No, because I'm about to piss Swan off first, and I know Cam is gonna piss him off later. I got Jalen Hurts at 8.
That's
fair. That's fair.
You think that's fair?
Only because
I don't
really had one great year. I think he's better than 8, but I would just like to see him prove it because it's getting hard to like back it up because he came in, he struggled, then went to the playoffs, he got blown out. Then obviously he had the 2022 year where he was MVP caliber, leads him to Super Bowl, played great in the Super Bowl. And then last year we seen him fall right back off, go to the playoffs, get blown out in Tampa Bay again, ironically enough. So now it's just like, because the biggest thing coming in, to the draft was, can he be a quarterback in the league for real, or is he a running back? And I was a fan of his because he played for OU, and I was like, me and Cam used to argue all the time because he didn't believe in Hurts. Like, no, Hurts is good. In 2022, I was like, okay, like I'm vindicated on saying that. And then this past year, whether it be injury, the coaching, it's just like, well, damn, he's got 3 years where he's not that great, one really great year. What's the outlier year here? It's the great year as of right now, even though I think he could get back to that, but he's got to do it now because he's no longer the top, paid quarterback because they just keep raising the market. But he was the top paid quarterback when he got his contract, and then he did this. So it's like you gotta now play to your contract. You get $255 million guaranteed. You gotta be top of the line now. So prove it. I think he gonna prove it, but I just need him to prove it. So then I can say Jalen Hurts is a top 3 quarterback, and no one will be like, man, shut up. But if I said that right now, everybody would be like, man, shut up. So that's where I'm
Man, shut up. I'm gonna say my 8, and I'm gonna say my 7 too, just because it's the same reason. But for 8, I got Tua. I think Tua's just he's a winning mediocre quarterback. And at 7, I got Dak for the exact same reason. They'll win you in the regular season. They'll look very good going into the playoffs. I don't know what you'll get for I'm not gonna look at them and be like, oh, we really do have a chance with them. Like they're the reason we have a chance. I'm not gonna look at them for that purpose. So that's why I have them at 8 and 7.
All right. So for my 7, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Dak on 7, but just because obviously he's one of the most consistent regular season performers, but in the playoffs, it's like he never got over that hump. And now you're about 8 years in now, not in the league, 9 years in the league, been there for the league for a minute, almost 10 years in the league.
This year 10. I think this is year 10 for him.
No, I think it's year 9. He came in 2016, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
2016. Yeah.
But so basically, almost 10 years, basically at the end of the day.
Do something, damn. No.
Yeah, like do something, bro. Like
I've been saying that.
like some of the QBs we don't name already went further than him. Brock Purdy done went further than him.
Jared Goff,
man. Like
Gordon
he haven't
Love.
touched the NC championship. He had Jared Goff touch the NC championship and the Super Bowl. Like, and you're arguably on paper better than him, but he's outperforming you. You can't say talent around because Jared Goff did this with 2 systems. 2. You did this with LA Rams system, then you go to Detroit and revive. Like, had brung a 0-16 team to the NFC Championship and almost won. So, with that, he had arguably one of the best seasons ever last year statistically, but everybody projected him to finally break the curse just for them to have put 48 on the head versus a technically rookie QB who has no playoff experience, and the only person who had playoff experience on that team was Aaron Jones on the offense. Everybody else was pretty much rookies or second-year players. So, with that being said, that right there hurts a lot for him to put back at 7. I feel like going to his contract year this year, obviously he can play a great season, but that doesn't matter at this point. It didn't matter literally 2 years ago. What can you do in the postseason? And now that you're having a pissed off CeeDee Lamb with a Michael Parsons who's distracted, and then a Trayvon Diggs come off an injury, it's going to be a lot on his shoulders.
Yeah, Dak didn't make my top 10 either. Like I
Damn.
said, Super Bowl. Him and Kirk Cousins are in the same boat for me. Oh my God, you're so good in the regular season.
Kirk Cousins didn't make mine.
You get to the playoffs.
See, I told you not to get high on them last year. You got high. I
thought he could prove
I
it, bro.
told you, bro. I've been doing this for a long time, bro.
In my defense, he did have an MVP caliber year, but then
Absolutely
obviously he got to the playoffs and he shit the bed again. I'm back on the out bandwagon. I'm never believing in him again.
I respect that.
So that's why I'm not putting him in, because he probably will have a good season. And then y'all will lose in the wild card or divisional like clockwork, and it'll just be like.
And you said your list is quarterbacks you feel like they could
win the Super Bowl.
Win the Super Bowl.
He's not on there. Kirk Cousins not on there. Like, no, it's all the young guys. Honestly, it's all the young.
Yeah,
guys.
no, yeah.
I was gonna say, because I meant to say when I said I didn't put Stafford on it, it's interesting because I honestly do think with McVay and that Rams team, they could be like a dark horse Super Bowl team. If Stafford wins a Super Bowl, it's going to be him and Mahomes, the only dudes in the league with multiple Super Bowl rings. So this could be like, well, does Stafford have an argument to say he's the second best quarterback in the league?
If he played well.
They keep trying to hype up everybody. That's what I'm saying. But like as of now, all the older guys, I just kicked them out of this list. This is all. I think the young guys, they take in the league this year for real. So.
Yeah.
Cam.
My turn. Oh, 7? 7, right?
Yeah.
At 7, now I think this guy has a chance to be higher up in the list, once the season ends. But at 7, I got Jordan Love. This guy is he's incredible. Yeah, he's scared. He has the potential to, how Pat is running the AFC, he has potential to run the NFC easily, bro. He reminds me of Aaron Rodgers so much in the playoffs when when he did that
It
little.
looked like Aaron. If you would have
It looked
stuck
like
a
Aaron.
12 and Rodgers on the back of his jersey, you wouldn't have been able to tell the difference in that
Look,
game.
Chris,
They said he was watching them. They say he was watching them.
Clearly, the back foot flicking
I
the
was,
wrist.
yes, bro.
and
That
all
there when he did that, I was like, "This is Aaron Rodgers.
I'm like, bro,
This is my goat.
This is my coach, bro. This is my
like-
coach."
This is Luka Doncic and
but the
LeBron.
thing is, he's Aaron Rodgers with humility. He listens to LaFleur. He runs
he
what
listens.
the plays are. He throws it to the receivers to give him a chance. And that's where it's scary because it's like, oh shit. They might have done it. It went Favre, Rodgers. They might have just done it again. But this guy might be better than all of them when it's all said and done because he doesn't have, like Brett Favre, his ego was he just thought he could throw the ball wherever on the field, from wherever on the field. And then Aaron Rodgers, like, oh, you think you know better than me? No, I'm the smartest dude in here, smarter than the coach. Jordan Love is like, he was from where you go, Nevada or something, I think. He didn't come from a big school, and then he gets to the league. He sits for 3 years, and it's like, yeah, like I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna listen to you, Matt LaFleur. What do you need me to do? I'm gonna train under Aaron Rodgers. I'm gonna take all the good from him. And then now that I got the keys to the offense, and you just now like letting me off the leash, it's in the NFC. And this is not.
I'm glad y'all high on him because I definitely
no.
felt weird putting him at 10.
And that's why it's a discussion for Utah State. I knew it was a Navy Blue school, but this why it's a discussion for another day. This is why I'm like, people got to slow down on the Caleb Williams hype because that division is super tough.
But it's
a conversation for another day. We're not going to touch on it. We'll touch on it on another Super Bowl. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I'm with Ken. I got Jordan Love at 7-2. Like, but the ceiling though, oh my gosh,
like
he might be top 3.
It's another guy on this list that can definitely, both of them could definitely be top 3 at the end of the year, bro. Like for sure, like easily. So Jordan Love he's.
Wait. So you ain't put your
no. We'll get to it, bro. We'll get to it.
Well, no, because that's my 6. I got CJ.
That's my 6 too. You talk to it.
Obviously, he can be top 3, but it was his first year. We got to see him do it again. That's the only thing. But I think he'll do it again. You know, I was big on CJ when he came out. I was like, I get the whole Ohio State QBs aren't good. I'm like, there's no way you watch CJ Stroud in college and was like, oh, he's not gonna be good in the NFL. Dude is a baller. Now it's just the NFL. It's a league of adjustments. They're gonna adjust to what you do well. What are you gonna do to make a counter adjustment to that? I think he's gonna make it. I just want to see how it goes. And obviously, y'all loaded up on talent. Now on offense to help him out. Kept his OC. He'll be fine. But I just can't stick him in top 5 combo yet because it's only been 1 year. That's literally it. But by the end of the year,
if you do it right,
he gonna be top 3.
CJ Stroud, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes.
Okay. I'm gonna be boot you off.
I'm actually gonna put Tua at number 6. Actually,
I love the Tua love, bro.
He hasn't he put up great. Like last year, he led the league in passing yards and everything. He did great in regular season. He had Raheem Mustard get a career high of 18 touchdowns. So he's a great, regular season performer. But as we stated previously, when he gets to that cold air, playing in Buffalo, playing in Kansas City, even playing in Baltimore, if that comes to that point, he doesn't know how to play He doesn't know how to play on the road in playoffs, and he doesn't know how to play in cold conditions. So if you can't do that in the coach division, what he has in the AFC North, it's like, what's the point? So bless you. AFC East, I won't say North. I don't have Tua in the top 5. And on top of that, he's also seeking a contract, and we just seen Jalen Waddle get paid. So it's gonna be, like a make or break it for him. They are getting frustrated with seeing what's next, and given the fact that his previous health conditions, with the seizures and the concussions and stuff, I gotta put him like at number 6 basically. He's like a younger Dak. He's just a left-handed Dak, put it like that.
Yeah, I guess this is the one caveat because Tua is kind of a unicorn. Miami definitely has the talent, obviously, to make a Super Bowl run. Yeah. I don't think Tua is gonna lead them to Super Bowl. Yeah. So Tua did not make my list.
Oh shit!
Because at the end of the day, it's literally just him that's holding them back. For whatever reason, I say it year after year on here. They're gonna start really good. The weather's gonna get a little bit colder. You're gonna get to the end of the season. Games are gonna get harder because people are fighting for playoff spots, and he's gonna start shitting the bed every year like clockwork. Shit the bed. Miami is literally always a top 3 seed leading into like week 9, week 10 time frame, and then they just dropped the ball completely. They should have been first place in the AFC last year and had home field advantage to where they didn't have to worry about the weather necessarily. And what did Tua do? Shit down his leg to end the season, and they fumbled all the way back to the 6th seed. Then you get my Chiefs in negative 27-degree weather, and Tua couldn't throw the ball more than 5 yards. I just can't trust him. Now he went back, changed his diet, obviously, this year. And so he's lost a lot of weight that he put on last year. Maybe that can help. But until he does it when it matters, he's in him, Dak, and Kirk all in the same boat. I'll believe it when I see it. Until then, don't talk to me about them, bro. I'm not trying to hear it. Because it's just the same shit over and over and over again. And y'all know my favorite definition, bro. We not finna insanity. We not finna do this over and over and expect
I've
the
been trying
different
to
result.
tell you, bro. I've been trying to tell you.
So yeah, 2 ain't make my list for sure. But
Cam, you said you're 6. Cam?
Me? No, I haven't
Yeah.
said my 6 yet.
Me and Bryce.
My 6 is Matthew Stafford.
Mm.
Just a little bit of respecting the elders. I feel like, besides Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers, he only one that has a ring in the NFL.
I respect it. I respect it.
So, and I mean, talent wise, he's just as great as anybody on this list. He has one of the better arm talents in the NFL. He can throw the ball at any spot on the field. Last year, I know he was dealing with an injury, whatever, but I want to say like the last 8 games, he was incredible. Like, I know he was going crazy, whatever. And then playoffs, he played against the Lions. Unfortunately, he was dealing with an injury, but he's tough as hell, played through it, and still put up crazy numbers. So I got Matthew Stafford. I think the Rams can be very, very good this year, and we'll see.
Like I said, he's in an interesting spot because if he were to lead them back to Super Bowl, has every argument to be the second best quarterback in the league. The reason I don't have him on my list isn't even necessarily anything to do with him. I just think if he gets another concussion this year, his wife is literally gonna force him to retire.
Yeah.
Because I think she had like a brain tumor or something at one point and then got healthy. And then he's had concussion problems throughout the years, and they got a bunch of little girls, and she was like,
a whole bunch of kids.
Yeah, she was basically like, "You not finna kill yourself on the football field. You got kids to raise. Like,
Yeah.
you going." They were talking about retirement after he won the Super Bowl, and then he continued to play, and he's continued to get hurt. If he gets one more concussion, I think it might he might be done. So, but definitely he deserves all the respect in the world to be in poverty in Detroit. First year out, you go get a Super Bowl, and you put together the game-winning drive that had a no-look pass that was clean as hell in it too. Yeah, he's for sure cold. But like I said, all my guys on the list are the young guys. So, like what we just seen in the NBA, I think that's gonna fully happen in the NFL this year for real.
Yeah, I think so
Mhm.
too.
For my number 5, I'm gonna go Jared Goff. I was gonna say Jalen, but I'm gonna go Jared Goff. The reason I'm gonna go Jared Goff is we're talking about a what? What I do?
He didn't do nothing. It's just these two.
Oh, bro, because like I'm picking Jared Goff because we're talking about QB who done made to Super Bowl. He done made to 2 NFC championships, and we talked about a QB who made himself relevant. Him being the first round pick, and then a lot of people pretty much calling that draft one like the randomest draft. We had him, then Josh Rosen, like all this stuff. So he was getting overlooked a lot. For him to do that with a team that was 0-16, like I stated previously, and then you're having, a rookie and Sam Laporta have a career year, then St. Brown get the bag, he had a career year, Dan Campbell becoming coach of the year, stuff like that. That says a lot. So I feel like his ceiling gonna be higher next year. Them bringing in more talent. Obviously, like the defense took a little step back, but that gives an opportunity to play a little more. So and on top of that, he was in MVP conversation at one point. So I'm putting Jared Goff in the top 5.
I'm mad at it.
But who's your 6?
My 6 was Tua.
Who's your 7?
Dak. 8, Jordan Love.
No, he hasn't named Jalen Hurts yet, Kim. That's what you're trying.
Yeah, I know you can't wait.
I got.
He hasn't named CJ yet. I got down.
Okay, I still got more to go.
But that was your 5th, and it's 4 more spots. So.
I know. I ain't done yet. You already know who I despise the most, so you don't be surprised he's not on my list.
Oh my gosh! If you do this,
keep it going.
I'm gonna just get mine out the way. I got Jalen Hurts at 5.
Okay,
and it's not because the guys above him, I think, have a better system catered towards them to perform better. But it goes back to what we talked about in, I think, the running back episode. I think Jalen Hurts, and like what Bryce said earlier, I think if he has a year like he had a couple years ago where they do throw the ball a little bit more and what Sirianni doesn't mess up whatever offensive scheme y'all had going before, then he could get back up in the conversations. But as of right now, going into the season, I think it's respectful to put him at 5 because I still think that Philadelphia team is a threat, to make a Super Bowl. Win it is a whole different conversation. But yeah, I got Jalen Hurts at 5.
That's fair.
Kim, who you got at 5?
I got my Pookie Bear, Coleridge, Bernard, Stroud, the 4th.
Okay,
that's insane.
I respect it. I thought he was gonna.
I thought he was gonna. 6. Oh, that's cool. You got him at 5.
I thought he was gonna try to sneak him in the
proud
top
of you,
3
Kim.
Spurs. Yeah, I'm proud of it. He wanted to say top 3 so bad.
I wanted to put him at 2 so very fucking bad, but
that's crazy.
But
what's his full name again?
Coleridge, Bernard, Stroud, the 4th.
Yeah, go by CJ, bro.
Nah, bro, it's my Pookie Bear, bro.
This is recorded. It's going on the internet.
Yeah, it should. I hope he sees it.
This bro's blowing bubbles on it, bro.
Mm-hmm. And I get to see him. I'm going to the. I'm going to training camp. I'm going to training camp in August. I get to see him. Oh my gosh! I hope he signs. To Jersey. I'm gonna get him to come on the podcast and everything. I'm saying, hey, bro, I got this podcast, bro.
Yeah, you get CJ to come on the podcast. You go to.
We need you to come on the podcast. You can drop a little game with him. Nah, man.
You got to do something for him to come on the podcast, like pay him like money or something.
Why
is your eyes light up like that?
I was trying to see where you was going with it.
I feel like there was only one way to go, Cam.
Crazy.
Nah, man. Yeah, CJ.
Where do I begin?
Man, oh man, I don't even know where to begin. Going to last year, everybody was down on him. Definitely like that first preseason game. His first pass, he threw an interception, and everybody was overreacting and stuff like that. Oh, I guess the S2 scores was so stupid. I'm glad they got rid of that. They thought, he was gonna be not good, and then 5 games in, he hasn't thrown an interception, and he led us to a really great year last year. Just a really great quarterback, bro. Like everything you can ask for a quarterback, he can do. And I know like the pocket passes are kind of going away, but he's kind of truly a pocket passer. Like I like him so much because he sits in it doesn't matter. Like he sits in the pocket and he takes he takes hits or whatever, no matter what. And he's going to deliver a perfect ball every single time. And it's just amazing to watch. His ball placement is the best or second to best in the league right now. I feel like there's no pass he can't do on the field. Everybody talk like even like the quarterbacks on his list, they all say they love watching CJ Stroud plays. So he's definitely like one of the ones. But this season is going to tell all. So it's a very tough schedule. I think we got like the 4th or 5th hardest schedule in the NFL. Some very, very tough games this year. This regular season in the postseason is going to show how good he is. I hope he can live up to it because, I mean,
if he don't, though, I mean, I know it's going to be funny because
the media's
going to turn on him. The dude is what, 23?
Yeah.
Not even. He's 22, bro. Like,
you're not supposed to have the year you had last year.
Like,
nobody is,
it's
bro.
Great you had it, but you're not supposed to have it.
Even if he don't, like, I'm not gonna think like, oh my god, he's just never gonna do. Like,
he's got plenty of time.
Yeah, no, he goated, man. He's gonna be all right.
Yeah, he's definitely have a target on his back for sure. Well, it was kind of interesting because now the narrative kind of like it's already shifting. Like everybody's saying, "Oh, he's talking way too much. Like he needs to shut up and like just go out there and play football." And he's talking too much trash. But honestly, he's not even really talking trash to like other teams. He's talking trash to one particular team, and they came at him, which is the Indianapolis Colts. That's the only team he's really talking trash about. And I mean, I mean, me personally, I love when like players like I love like that rivalry. Definitely like in like a division. Like I love when like two teams are like going back and forth and like pretty much talking shit. Like, bro, this is football. Like this is a very like hard sport to go out there and play. So
yeah, this isn't the WNBA where they should just be so soft.
Yeah, just so soft, man.
And why are you hitting Caitlyn so hard, y'all?
Yeah, you shouldn't be knocking her down like that.
Stop being thugs. No, on the football field, go be thug. Looking at like, but
yeah, man.
I respect it. I'm proud of you. I thought you was finna come here and be like, CJ is 2.
Nah.
And I wouldn't have been mad at it, but I was like, bro, we can't say that yet. But
I got to give it time. Like I'm with y'all. Like I definitely I've been one of the ones that been saying I have to see it again before I really want to say like what I really want to say.
Yeah, don't get your hopes up like Bryce did on Dak because your heart just gonna shatter and it's gonna be stupid.
Nah, yeah. So he has to show me. He has to show it again. Like definitely. And I said this a really tough schedule. I mean, he has to show it again. And I definitely want to see it versus the Ravens. I definitely want to see it versus the Chiefs, but definitely versus Ravens because I mean I wouldn't even call it like 2 stinkers, but he hasn't thrown a touchdown versus them yet. So yeah, I definitely need to see it.
Okay, no, that's fair. As for my 5, man, let me take a deep breath. Man, people just need to stop living in a fantasy, man.
Oh, I know it.
Hey Lee, I hope you watching this, bro.
No,
because it's been 3 years, dog. Till he proves it. Let's quit the shit about Joe Burrow being top 2, bro. I'm sorry. The last time we seen this man healthy in the playoffs, he almost lost to Tyler Huntley. His defense saved him. And then he threw 2 interceptions in the AFC Championship game and lost to Patrick Mahomes on 1 foot. He didn't outplay him. He doesn't even put up great playoff stats. The one run he did make, his defense was still doing a whole lot. He didn't have any fourth quarter touchdowns. And then he lost the Super Bowl, and he's lived off of that hype for the last 3 years because he beat Patrick Mahomes. But Patrick Mahomes just had the worst half of football in his NFL career. That's literally all that happened. I'm not saying Joe Burrow can't be top 2, but he's got 2 wide receiver 1s. This is going to be the last year with T. Higgins. He said the Super Bowl window is open. He got his money. Go win the Super Bowl, bro, or shut up. Because what are we? He doesn't have any accolades at all. Like he's got good stats. None of them are great stats.
He never made Pro Bowl or anything, right?
No, he doesn't make first team All Pro. Doesn't make second team All Pro. Not in MVP talks at all at any point in his career. He literally just made the Super Bowl 1 year on a Cinderella run. And now that has been 3 years. So if he's gonna get the top 2, nod, he has to win the Super Bowl this year, bro. It's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You got Jamar, you got T. They're the best wide receivers in the league, according to Cincy fans. Joe Burrow is top 2 quarterback in the league. Go win, or shut up, bro. When do we celebrate losers like this?
I have no idea.
Let's be real. Like
Wimbenyama.
There's not to that level. The media glaze fest with him and Allen for just playing well against Mahomes has been completely blown out of proportion, and he deserves more of the knock over Allen because he actually won. But like I said, bro, it's been 3 years, and he didn't even play that special in the AFC Championship. He beat us in. He had one great play where he escaped Chris Jones' sack. But other than that, he was trying to give us the game. But Mahomes gave it right back to him. He threw an interception to Snead in the second half that should have put us up for good. And then we turned the ball over. Just stop with the top 2 talks, bro. He has to prove it. And I don't want to hold his health against him because he don't necessarily got control over that. But he also now has a health factor, so to speak, because he hasn't been healthy but 1 year in his career. Obviously, his rookie year, that was a freak injury, the whole ACL tear, where Chase Young basically landed on his leg as he sacked him. But then the past 2 years, he's had injuries coming into the preseason, and then he plays in the regular season to start off with, and he's absolute garbage. I said they should have rested him last year to start the season, but no, he's like, no, I got to play. He was dog shit last year to start. They were 1-5. I think, what was the Cleveland game? He had like a 30% completion percentage that game and was like 9 for 30 or something crazy. Like, come on, dog. For how people talk about him, I need results now. Until then, he can't be over the next guys I have on my list. Like, it just is what it is, bro. So, Joe Burrow, 5.
He's not even in my top 10. I'm not gonna lie.
I really have to take a breath for that.
He's not in my top 10, but my number 4.
Because if this reaches a Cincy fan, they're gonna, oh my god, what?
Yeah, he's not.
This podcast stupid as fuck. And then I'm gonna be going back at him, even though I'm not supposed to comment back. You said.
Now, my number 4, I'm gonna go Jalen Hurts number 4. Obviously, he had an up and down year, but I feel like with this one, new system and new surrounding focus and everything is gonna put him back in the top 4 range. And I know a lot of people forgetting that he was in MVP conversation. A lot of QBs obviously wasn't even close to that. So I feel like 4 would be safe for this one. Like, not taking away all bias stuff aside. And I feel like he have a bounce back year, especially like more focus and eliminating the distractions that's usually been there. And so this is also going to show you what can he do without Jason Kelce leading him as well. He was a security blanket in a lot of areas, guiding him and stuff. So let's see what he can do actually being like the actual alpha dog on the team. So I'm putting Jalen Hurts at 4.
And no, that's the Jason Kelce thing. That is like big wild card, like because Jason Kelce made a lot of the calls at the line. So it's gonna be a interesting year. He's definitely got to grow a lot this offseason, but we'll see if he does it. Any problem with that, Cam Sanders, where he put Jalen Hurts?
Yes, it is absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane.
You said Jalen Hurts already?
No, he's not on my list. He's not a top 10 quarterback. Bro. I'm sorry.
That's why when I said mine, I didn't want him to say it because I knew he didn't have.
He's not.
He's CJ's not. And CJ's not in mine.
Oh my God. There's you would not take Jalen Hurts over CJ Stroud any day of the week, and you know that.
Bro, it's one season. I'm not putting CJ.
Oh my God. That one season was better than any season Jalen Hurts had ever had.
Okay, CJ didn't touch Super Bowl.
Oh my God.
He didn't make All Pro.
He's made one Super Bowl. After that, he's been absolutely leading up to that year, he was like the years before that, he was horrible. The years after that, he's sorry. He's not good, bro. He's not
in my top 10.
I'm sorry to tell you.
CJ's not in my top 10 yet.
Oh my God.
Take that shit with Michael Parsons, not me.
No. There's literally not one person in the whole fucking world right now that would take Jalen Hurts over.
I'm not.
There's not one.
Well, I'm not putting after one rookie year on my list here.
It doesn't matter if it was one rookie year. There's nothing Jalen Hurts. There's nothing.
I'm not.
There's nothing Jalen Hurts can do that CJ Stroud can't do. But there's many things. But there's many things that CJ Stroud can do that Jalen Hurts cannot do. Jalen Hurts is a bad passer. He can't pass the ball down the field as good as these other quarterbacks and that I have on the list. He's not really a winner, honestly. He's a fucking loser, truly. if we being truthfully honest, he get most of his rushing touchdowns from the tush push shit or whatever.
Okay.
He puts the balls in harm's way every season. He damn near leading the league in turnovers, bro. Like,
so my thing is when you said that, but when I said Josh Allen did the same shit for the last 3 years, it's this and that with Josh Allen. Well, Josh Allen literally did the same thing last year, if not been doing it for the last few years doing it. They praised everybody, their mama, Dorsberg, whoever, every white woman praising Josh Allen for putting up the same numbers Jalen Hurts. But when Jalen Hurts do it, oh man, he's an awful QB and this and that. When this motherfucker Josh Allen been doing that for years. He leads the league in turnovers to touchdowns. He's been doing it for years. It's been statistically proven plenty of times. He had 19 interceptions or turnovers period last year. And same identical numbers. But everybody want to give Josh Allen this, but it's okay, Stephon Diggs not happy. Oh, it's because Gabe Davis, he just had that one breakout 207-yard game and this and that. Oh, it's okay because his Titans are hurt. And bro, fuck all that. He's been there longer. He had the same numbers, but everybody want to praise him saying he's the second best QB next to Pat Mahomes. When in reality, he's really not. He haven't touched his Super Bowl. He had the biggest lead against Pat Mahomes, still lost. Yes, I know Hurts lost in Super Bowl and everything like that. I get that. But what has Josh Allen has done that's not similar to Jalen Hurts? He lose every year. He lost his number one receiver now because of his bullshit. They're tired of his stuff there. You lost two receivers who don't even want to be there no more. Now you got to rely on Keon Coleman. That's not a bad pickup, but what they're not going to do nothing now. Miami probably finna dog walk them now. They're not doing anything over there. And him taking that hefty contract made it worse. Yeah, I know Jalen Hurts got overpaid, but he took a more friendly deal than Josh Allen did to keep the talent going to make him a top 5 QB. Josh Allen has not. And he let everybody walk. Stephon Diggs tied his bullshit. Went to Houston for a rental. This man, Gabe Davis, haven't even done anything. He's not even a wide receiver 2. He's more of a wide receiver 3. He tied his bullshit and went to Jacksonville. A way less Trevor Lawrence, who's not even a top 10 QB, and now he's want to be over there. Nobody wants to play with this man, just like everybody get on with that. And if he's such a bad QB who can't throw, then why is A.J. Brown having a career year? Why is Devontae Smith having a career year?
Because he's force-feeding them. He's force-feeding.
Why is Dallas Goedert having a career year?
He's force-feeding A.J. Brown. That's literally the only reason he's force-feeding. Okay. But the thing with y'all, like, it's not even.
But when he force-feeds Stephon Diggs, Stephon Diggs going to leave.
Yeah, because they can win without.
Because they can win.
No, they can definitely. They showed it last year. They can win without Stephon Diggs not force feeding him the ball.
He's not going to do anything. He hasn't done anything. But everybody praises him when he has the same numbers, even worse.
Okay. So first of all, the whole thing with Diggs, that's totally false. Diggs left because he didn't like McDermott. That's what that come down to. He doesn't.
Man was tired of Josh Allen.
No.
You know, slam his head every time.
They are locked in like for
so
like this, like they are brothers.
Okay, so apparently Stephon Diggs didn't leave because of Josh Allen. But when you show clips of AJ Brown showing frustration with Jalen Hurts, it's always the end of the world. AJ Brown finna leave and this and that for him to sign the extension and still stay and still want to ball out. But when Stephon Diggs do it, it's man, it's just brotherhood, man. They just fighting and stuff. When Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown been close since they was teenagers.
I never said that AJ Brown was
made on both sides.
I never said AJ Brown was.
I'm just saying you. I'm talking about what the media says and talk. That's why I'm tired of the whole Josh Allen talk. That's why he's not in my top 5 either, top 10 either.
That's actually insane. You just hating at this point for
sure.
Yeah,
no, that's very hater. That's very hater.
It's the same thing with CJ. Man, everything Josh Allen can do, Jalen Hurts cannot do. The game. Josh Allen plays the position of quarterback so much better than Jalen Hurts said. It's not even like he's a better passer. He's a better I mean, they kind of the same with the decision making, but if it comes down, no, but he's still a better passer than Jalen Hurts. Like we're not finna sit here and act like they're the same passing wise. Like no, Jalen Hurts has a noodle arm. Jalen Hurts' arm is exactly like Tua's.
If he's a better passer, but they make the same decisions, that does not make him a better passer.
Huh?
No, Josh Allen.
I'm saying like arm
he has a better arm. His arm talent doesn't matter if he's making the same decisions, if not worse. That's like saying Justin Herbert has a better arm than both of them, but he make the same decisions, and that doesn't mean shit. If you have a better arm, but you cannot get the ball to your receivers, it does not mean a thing.
He can get the ball to receivers. He always does it.
We clearly can't with the turnovers.
Well, I mean, you can say the same thing with Jalen Hurts, but I will say with Josh Allen, with him having the better arm, he's making the bigger passes. He's making the power passes, the bigger plays. Is more yardage. I mean, I got Josh Allen number 4. I had Jalen Hurts number 5. But I wouldn't say
you bring up his playoff stuff, bro. He's losing to one man, and it's close games every single time. Like what he was like. If Patrick Mahomes never existed, Josh Allen would be in the Super Bowl right now. He would be in the Super Bowl. It's simple as that.
He did get waxed by Burrow too.
He's losing to one.
Yeah, but you just said Burrow only did it once.
Well, I know. But I'm saying
every time in the playoffs, bro. Like
the only people he's really beat is Phillip Rivers, Skylar Thompson when he had to play for Miami, and then
Josh Allen
wasn't it Rudolph in Pittsburgh? I know he got good players. So I'm just saying the quarterbacks he beat.
No. I'm about to bring up Jalen Hurts playoff.
I would say if Pat, I'm sure he goes to the playoffs. Josh Allen goes to the playoffs thinking about Pat the whole time. Like it's probably if Pat didn't exist, he wouldn't have to stress about.
Yeah, because he can't get past him, and which
he can't get past him. It's like LeBron in the East, bro. Yeah. It just ain't gonna work out.
Bro, Josh Allen passing stats in playoffs when it matters the most: 100 passer rating, 2,700 passing yards, 21 touchdowns, 4 interceptions in 10 games. Man, he's not putting the ball in harm's way. But let's go to goddamn Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, 88.1 passer rating, 1,087 yards. That's trash. 5 touchdowns, 27, and 5 games. That's trash.
Let me start this with playoffs.
How many running touchdowns does he have?
Man, who gives a fuck? He's a quarterback, nigga. Let me get in the playoffs, you pass the ball because you get paid as a quarterback.
And this is what I'm gonna say. I'm glad you said this. So let me say this. First of all, if you're counting all the playoff successes, I'm gonna go way back. When Josh Allen started making the fucking playoffs and shit till he got Stephon Diggs, so of course he's gonna make good numbers. He's gonna throw about whatever. When Jalen Hurts fucking first made the playoffs, who was his best receiver? Jalen Reagor. Jalen fucking Reagor.
And he lost. He lost.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Josh Allen went to the playoffs without Stephon Diggs before.
When?
He did.
His plays like his
okay, after he got Stephon, and started dominating more.
He was
same thing with AJ Brown. AJ Brown dominated more.
That's what I'm saying about this. But Josh Allen made the playoffs more, obviously, because he's been in the league more, first of all. And then he had Diggs longer than he had AJ. Since he had AJ,
how much longer he's been in the league than Jared? Like a year?
About 2, almost 3. Jalen Hurts came in, I think, 2020. I think Josh Allen came in 17 or 18. So about 2 or 3 years.
He played lots of the Texans wild card.
Yeah.
He had one play where the snap went over his head and he threw the ball backwards and almost got intercepted. It's like, what the hell are you doing, dude?
And that's the first play I ever saw. I was like, bro, what the hell?
That was funny.
So 2
years. He's been pretty good stat wise.
Either way, I'm going 4 or 5 because I already all Josh Allen and stuff aside. I was gonna put him at the 3s right there because I had Hurts at 4. Allen at 3, but that's interchangeable. You can literally switch them. I'm just tired of the whole Josh Allen this and that when they literally put the same things.
I agree. I honestly, and I can say this because my quarterback is mid, but I think y'all really arguing loser versus loser, mid versus mid. It really just depends on what you want. No, I mean I got Josh Allen at 4, so it's not like that. But it's just like
he's saying mid versus mid.
Well, because at the end of the day, there's only, at least on my list, there's only one winner on this list that I have. So like at the end of the day,
There's
everybody
only
else
one
are
winner,
losers.
and the other one is a
Everybody else are
two-time
losers.
MVP.
Yeah,
So,
for sure. That means
they're
everybody
all-
getting beat by one man. It's the same with Tom Brady. Like this, it's not losers.
but
They
with
just
Josh
can't
Allen
beat one
and
nigga.
with Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts, I think it's interchangeable because they are very similar in regard to stats. But it's like, who do you? What type? Look, what do you? Well, because you got to take time into consideration, Cam. It's not like, I'm not saying like, if you give Jalen Hurts the same amount of time you give Josh Allen, and you do the math, it's going to make sense. Like that's not crazy to say that. But second to that, I think it depends on what type of offense you want to run. Like with Josh Allen, he has the arm. In my eyes, Josh Allen is the better quarterback because I prefer a quarterback that can throw the ball. And he can run that mug too. And he's huge. No homo. Jalen Hurts, he don't got the arm talent like that. Does that mean he's not accurate? Well,
he's not really accurate.
He ain't more accurate than Josh Allen, but he can throw the ball better than some other quarterbacks, which is why he's in this conversation at 4 and 5. Well, I know for Cam, he's not on your list, but I don't know if it's like haterish or whatever it is.
No, you good. I said I had Allen in my 3.
No, I'm talking about Cam. I don't know if Cam had Jalen Hurts not on his top 10. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if Jalen Hurts deserves to not be on the top 10. Like he definitely should be somewhere on there.
It's the same with my number 4 guy. We have to stop giving these guys like the benefit of the doubt of like shit. Like these guys are like, when it gets to the playoffs, they just not like. I'm sorry, like you can have like all the accolades, all the MVPs, all you want, but when you get to the playoffs, bro, like you have to like at least win. If you lose to like a guy like Patrick Mahomes, I mean, you just gotta say, okay, like you can't beat him. Like it's just tough. But if you lose to like other teams and like just bad teams, we gotta stop it, bro. We gotta stop it. But at my 4, I got Lamar Jackson.
At my 4, I got him too, but I have a completely different sentiment than you.
Why y'all doing
dude
that?
I mean, dude is certified Hall of Fame. He's got 2 MVPs. He's not making the Hall of Fame at this point. But
he just asked in the playoffs.
I guess, but at the same time, it's like that people weren't even saying like make it to the Super Bowl necessarily. They're like make it to the AFC Championship and at least like win a playoff game. He did that this year, and then he ran into Patrick Mahomes. Josh Allen has only made 1 AFC Championship game. Lamar Jackson has only made 1 AFC Championship game. Joe Burrow's made 2, and he won 1. So he gets I mean, if that's where we're going off, he gets the nod over them 2. But then I'm just like, when it comes to Josh Allen and Lamar, yes, they play quarterback differently. And while, people will argue, Lamar is obviously not the passer Josh Allen is. I'm not saying he's still a decent quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, they got the same results, and Lamar got the MVP. So, like, I get it, but at the end of the day, I'm like, you can't necessarily trash Lamar. Like, it just is what it is, bro.
Sure. How are they playing in these playoff games, bro?
He looks really good versus y'all. I know that.
Not the second half, and that's not really saying much. Like we wasn't like a top defensive.
I know,
team
but
in the
that's
league.
what they were saying. They just wanted to see him look good in a playoff game.
Okay, but he did in the second half, and it was pretty much all running. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
what number are we on? What number are we on?
4.
We are.
Okay, can we just hit the 3, 2, 1s and continue talking? Because I ain't trying to be that guy, but I gotta be up in the morning.
Yeah, we gotta work in the morning. Okay, we can run it too. We gonna have these conversations throughout the year. This gonna be
throughout the whole season.
We gonna rehash this when we get to divisional talk. So we already know. Okay, what y'all got a 4?
I got Josh Allen.
Yeah, my 4 still hurts. My 3 is Josh Allen.
Okay, well you got a 3, Chris.
Joe Burrow.
Cam.
My 3, Josh Allen.
Okay, my 3 is Josh Allen as well. I still gave him the nod over Lamar, but I'm just like, at the end of the day, they the same. Goddamn, like they not winning. At the end of the day,
one is doing. He's doing.
Yeah, my 2 is
doing
Lamar.
better than
I understand that. I understand that.
My 2 is Lamar like Swans.
Yeah, my 2 Lamar. Yeah.
My 2 is Joe Burrow.
Okay.
Y'all niggas crazy.
I'll put him at 3. I'm not mad at it. It's just
no.
Lamar's an MVP. So
No,
like,
all of y'all are crazy. Because of my 2, no fucking body is number 2. It's Patrick Mahomes, it's a gap, and then it's everybody fucking else.
Oh,
These motherfuckers are arguing over second place. That's what we're doing. I told you this the other day. I was like, it just crazy to me that this is the kind of talks we gotta have where people are arguing about, no, he's the better first loser. Like, what are we doing here? Until one of them actually takes the crown and actually wins something, none of these motherfuckers deserve to be 2. I don't care.
Nah, that's not. You can't.
They
You
don't.
You can't do that, bro. Someone got to be 2.
Like
bro,
I
you
just
can
said,
make it 2, bro.
Yeah, you can make it 2. You just
it can be a very large gap.
No, it can be
have a 2,
like
bro.
it's a large
You're
gap.
blowing bubbles on it.
Yeah,
No,
You're blowing bubbles.
You kind of are.
What did we just argue about for the last 30
I
minutes?
know, but that doesn't mean
there's an argument to make for everybody. Like, oh no, he deserves 2 because he does this well better than others. He deserves 2. But at the end of the day, none of them have fucking won.
That's the case. This whole list don't even matter.
Well, no. If that's the case, then for whoever beats him in the playoffs, they get the edge as number 2, and number 2 should be Joe Burrow. Then since he beat Patrick Mahomes
3 years ago,
it still counts.
But the last time we seen Joe Burrow, last time Patrick Mahomes has played all these quarterbacks in the playoffs, he sent all of them fucking home.
Yeah, but still, he still had beat Patrick Mahomes. That's
you know who's number 2? You know who's the second best quarterback? Patrick Mahomes on one leg. Because 2 years ago we watched him. I'm sitting on it. I'm on my knees.
That's insane. You don't have to do that. You don't have to say that. Bro.
Every time Joe Burrow, you just hating at this point. Every time Joe Burrow has made the playoffs, he's made to the AFC Championship.
I'm not arguing Joe Burrow should be number 2. I don't care who you choose as number 2, but it's okay to choose a number 2 and know that Patrick Mahomes is miles ahead of that number.
Of everybody, okay.
Nobody. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Nobody in the league is chasing.
Because even if they're the first loser,
Mahomes is chasing Brady.
Number 3 is the second loser. Number 4 is. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no point to the list
until someone actually like really claims it for real. None of them are certified number 2. It's up in the air. It's up
then what was the point of naming 3, 4, and 5? Because they all could technically be number 2s.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. There's no point to the second half, to the first half of your list.
I put them there because that's how I feel they rank. But until someone clearly claims number 2, just the spot is just open right now.
So it's just a tie. It's just a tie at 5th place.
No, I think the order I have them. I think Josh Allen is the second best QB in the league, but he still hasn't done anything. No, because he hasn't done anything. Just like Cam is on Lamar's ass because he doesn't win, neither does Josh Allen. And I get he faces Patrick Mahomes, but he also faced the Bengals and got smacked. But Joe Burrow, he had a run 3 fucking years ago. But even then, if you look at his playoff stats, they're nowhere near Josh Allen's, are they? Because you just use that to defend James Hurts.
I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying. Only thing I disagree with is that
there's still really great pets.
No, I'm not. Please do not speak to Cam's point. Let me finish. My only issue is that you can have, I guess you don't want to call him the number 2, but it's okay to say the second best quarterback in the league is this person. Just because they're not anywhere near Mahomes doesn't mean they're not the second best. They're just a very shitty second best. Like, that's okay.
It's up in the air, bro. And Joe Burrow's stats, they're not great playoff stats. They're good. There's nothing special about it.
Yeah, no, Joe's only number 3 for me because it's all hopes.
If you go look,
I think he's smarter than Josh Allen. I think he should be all right. I think he's smarter than Josh Allen.
If you go look at the actual playoff numbers, that Cincinnati defense with Joe, was it Anarumo or however you say his last name, they literally step up in the playoffs and become elite.
But he was young though, right?
Everybody, they're all young. They're all
but I'm talking about at that time, like he was young when they made that Cinderella run.
Yeah, it was his second year. Yeah,
so
he made a Cinderella run. I'm giving him props, but he didn't do anything necessarily special. Like the defense really carry it.
But I feel like if we go,
you give him props, but you also like throwing like
because he did it. He gets credit because he did it. But he didn't win at the end of the day.
But I feel like
he beat Patrick Mahomes. That there is his own stat. Like nobody has beat Patrick Mahomes.
That is his own stat. That's his own stat.
So that's why he has to be number 2.
That's damn like having a. It's not having a ring, but it may as well be.
It may well.
For these dudes, it may as well be.
But then he lost the Super Bowl, and then he got. Because y'all gotta remember how crazy the fucking talks were in 2022 when we played them again in the AFC Championship, because they beat us that year again in the regular season, where again it wasn't anything Joe Burrow did. Travis Kelce fumbled the football when we were going to win the game. Then we get to the playoffs and they say, "Oh, it's Burrow had this." Joe Burrow is the best quarterback in the league over Patrick Mahomes, even though Patrick Mahomes had his second MVP and he's got a Super Bowl win under his belt. But no, Joe Burrow's the best. And Patrick Mahomes on one fucking leg with our best wide receiver on the field being MVS and fucking Marcus Kemp, who probably none of you know who that is, beat Joe Burrow, and Joe Burrow played bad. But because of revisionist history, people are like, "Oh, Joe Burrow."
Mahomes, no, look. Okay, if that's the case, Patrick Mahomes played bad. That first time they played. I mean,
I said he played his worst game ever.
It goes both ways.
This is where we get to the point. This is where we get to the point where we see that Bryce is not arguing with us. He's arguing with the media narrative. Because everything he just said, I genuinely don't give a shit about it. I've never heard it. He
hate that 2 years ago them niggas was calling Arrowhead Burrowhead. That's why this nigga.
Yeah, it don't gotta be true.
I'm mad at the Burrowhead. I'm mad.
No, your ass was mad about that.
I'm not mad at the Burrowhead. I'm mad that they were saying he was better when we know that wasn't the case.
And that's okay. That's okay. Just don't argue with us.
But that's not. It's still though. All I just said was because Cam was like, no, he's got great playoff stats. If you pull up his playoff stats and compare them to Josh Allen stats, his stats are gonna look like Jalen Hurts shit compared to Josh Allen stats. But you still putting him over Josh Allen. That's what I'm saying.
He played 3 more games than.
But that's what I'm saying. It's literally the 2 spot is just open.
Only reason I put him over
Josh. You can make an argument for each, but none of them really deserve it at this point in time.
Only reason I put him over Josh is because I don't think Burrow has had the same amount of opportunities. That's all. I think this year would be the year where we're like, okay, you suck or you're good. But even with Burrow, I feel like this is the same argument you could use for fucking Justin Herbert. It's the same damn thing. It's the same thing.
Wouldn't you say though, Joe Burrow has had way better weapons than Josh Allen? And he's still come up short.
Yeah, but you can say, but look,
T. Higgins is a wide receiver 1 on a lot of other teams. He's got him and Jamar Chase, who we all just had in our top 3.
And I could, and to support your claim, I would even be like, okay, look at Brock Purdy. He made it to the Super Bowl. He has way better weapons. He was younger. I could see that. But I mean, Brock Purdy don't got Debo, Ayuk, Christian McCaffrey, fucking what's goddamn coaches hitting Shanahan. Like he don't got that. So I want to give him the edge because I don't feel like I've seen enough. I just seen what the media wants us to see. I think when he comes back this year, we could really see.
But that's what I'm saying for Burrow, because he did it 3 years ago. But other than that, what accolades does he have? But then, despite what Cam thinks, because Lamar doesn't play good in the playoffs, Lamar's got 2 MVPs, one of them being unanimous. He just made an AFC Championship game. Besides the 1 Super Bowl appearance, you can make the argument that Lamar Jackson is a better quarterback than Joe Burrow. He beats him too when they play each other.
He's number 2 on my list.
So that's what I'm saying. But I would listen to the argument that he's not better than that Joe Burrow is better than him. But that's what I'm saying. It's open because all of this is just picking at straws, but none of them are winning at the end of the day. So what are we talking about here? That's
why the hell we did this shit anyway then, Bryce? Why the hell we made this list anyway? Why you wasting 12:30 in the morning? You're just wasting my time.
You could easily had a 1, 2, 3, 4.
He could have been like my top 10 QBs is Patrick. You could have. How many letters he got in his
Patrick LeVon Mahomes II. That's who's number 1. Yeah, and number 2 is Patrick LeVon Mahomes II.
And you could have did that. You could have did that all the whole 10. But you decided to do this. You're worse than Stephen A.
I know it.
Bro, let Cam Deshaun Swan go, man. He really waiting to get that. Never mind.
Then it becomes 2 and 3. No.
I'm so sorry. I forgot we was recording. Cam, I'm sorry. I didn't finish my sentence, so it doesn't matter.
I'm very fall asleep, bro. But you're funny, bro.
I literally forgot we was recording. I'm not lying.
Yo, that's top 10 quarterbacks. We appreciate y'all for listening all the way through. Hope you enjoyed the arguments. It's 12:30. It's time to go to bed.
I'm pissed.
We done. Peace.
I need it.